So children, today we are going to start with the first chapter of biology, that is life processes. So let us first try to understand the meaning of this term life processes. You all have seen different type of organisms, different type of objects around you, right? We can easily differentiate between a living organism and a non-living organism. Now, how can we differentiate between a living organism and a non-living organism? Well, one of the criteria is that a living organism will show movement. It will move from one place to another place, but a non-living organism will not show any movement, right? So this can be one of the criteria to differentiate between living organism and a non-living organism. But a tree cannot move from one place to another place. Why? But still we consider that it is a living organism. Also an organism who is sleeping, suppose a dog is there, he is sleeping, it is sleeping, but still we consider that it is a living organism, although it is not showing any movement, but still it is a living organism. Why we consider them as a living organism? It is because of the different type of processes which is taking place inside that particular organism, which is making it as living organism. These different type of processes, because of which we considered an organism as living organism, is called as life processes. So what is life processes? The processes which together perform the maintenance function which are essential for sustaining a life is called as life processes. The processes which is performed by all the living organisms are called as life processes. Now, what are these different type of life processes which we see in a living organism? Number one is growth. Every organism which is a living organism, one of the very important process which is performed by that organism is growth. Another type of process which is performed by living organism is movement. If an organism is there, it will show some type of movement. Digestion is another process which is performed by living organism. Respiration is another important process which is performed by living organism. Excretion, reproduction, and other etc. are some of the processes which is performed by a living organism. So let us try to understand the different type of life processes. Different type of life processes which we will going to understand in this chapter. One of the important life processes which is performed by living organism is nutrition. To live a life, every organism needs some or the other type of nutrition. Okay, so the process of obtaining food by an organism by different processes is called as nutrition. Another important process is respiration. Respiration is the process in which the food which is eaten or taken by the living organism, that food will get converted into energy. Why we are eating food? In order to get energy from that, right? So the nutrition, after taking nutrition, after the process of nutrition, the food has to be converted into energy, and that is done with the help of the process respiration. Next process is transportation. Transportation is the process in which transportation of different type of food, energy, or the different type of gases which is taking place inside the body by different means is called as transportation. Next is excretion. Excretion is the process in which removal of waste from the body take place. That means whenever these different type of processes are performed by our body, there are large number of toxic substances produced in our body, and that has to be removed from the body. So that is done with the help of this process excretion. Another important life process is control and coordination. Control and coordination means the synchronization of different types of organs of our body. we know different type of organs are performing different function, but they has to be synchronized. That means they have to perform together so that the body can perform function. For example, if you're walking, your legs are connected with your brain. So brain is the one which is coordinating not only with your leg, but it is also coordinating with different organs like heart, lungs, and other organs are also performing, right? So this is kind of synchronization which is done between different type of organism, and this synchronization is again an important type of life processes. Next type of life processes is reproduction. Reproduction is the process in which one organism is giving birth to the new organism for sustaining life, for the continuity of the life on the earth. Next process is growth and development, in which the size of the organism increases by basically two ways. One is cell division and another is cell enlargement. And another important life process is movement, which we have already discussed, that movement is the process in which an organism moves from one place to another place. This is done with the help of the muscles or the bones, and the bones which is present in the body, and again it is a part of control and coordination only, right? So in this chapter we will going to understand these four important processes, that is nutrition, respiration, transportation, and excretion. The remaining processes we will going to study separately as different chapter in this year. Okay, so let us first begin with the first topic of this chapter.